It's your boy, Marky Moo, and then we got Foxy.
So, with the recent casting of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I wanted to go over what I want to see for the film, and also what I think the film should stray away from. You see, I've been a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's since the second game dropped. I haven't played all of them because, well, I don't really like horror games, but I've always loved watching people play them, and I've loved the lore. And the ones I have played, mainly Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location, Ultimate Custom Night, Pizzeria Simulator, and of course FNAF VR, also FNAF AR, but I don't really know if that one is important. But regardless, the ones I have played I've really enjoyed, and I love the story. I've gone through all the lore breakdowns and all the Markiplier playthroughs and a lot of other playthroughs. Five Nights at Freddy's means a lot to me. So I really am excited for this movie. And, well, regardless of whatever happens with it, I'm looking forward to it. So my personal biggest hope for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is that they stay true to the games. What I mean by that is that they keep it horror, not necessarily R-rated, although that would be nice, but Five Nights at Freddy's is targeted at kids a lot of the time. But I want this film to keep the animatronics as revenge-seeking murder bots. Don't water that part down. Five Nights at Freddy's is at its best when it's serious, and I want the film to keep that. I feel a big reason why Security Breach failed is that it strayed away from the core FNAF, and was also just really buggy. But Five Nights at Freddy's at its core is a horror franchise, and I want this film to show that. It's not just, oh look, goofy rockstar animatronics. It is a series of murders and tragedy, and I really hope the film delves into that. Another thing I want to see is William Afton and his family. It's been confirmed both he and his son Michael will be in the film, but I want to see the other kids. I want to see his wife. We never really learn what happens to her in the game, so it'd be neat for this film to give us an explanation. And I'd also really want to see more of the Afton family. They've always been the heart of the story, and this film should do them justice. And lastly, I just want the film to be good. While I would love a film franchise for Five Nights at Freddy's, and they have confirmed that there are at least 3 films planned, I want a good solo film first. And then I want an adaptation of the first 4 or 5 games, instead of just setting up sequel after sequel. So many horror franchises get bogged down in sequels and reboots and requels or whatever. The only franchise that really hasn't done it is Child's Play, and even Child's Play has its issues. But I want this movie to be a good self-contained story that can lead to sequels. Ideally, at the end of the film, William will become Springtrap, and then we can have FNAF 2 if we want to branch off of that, but this film should be a good solo adaptation of Five Nights at Freddy's. That's what it should be. So those are my biggest hopes for the films, and sure, there are other things I want, like a clean story and jump scares along with some other tiny things, but mainly I really want this film to focus on horror. I want to see William Afton and his family, and I just want it to be a good solo film. I'd rather have a good film than just one that is fan service. And don't get me wrong, I love fan service. No Way Home is great. The Flash movie trailer looked amazing. I love it when I can go, oh hey look, that's the thing from the other movie I know. I love when I can do that. But that means nothing if the movie itself isn't good. If this film turns out to be horrible, even if it has a lot of fan service, that's no good. I want a solid film first. So yeah, those are my thoughts on what I want for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a nice day, and bye!